Hello, 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 and welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest Monsters Terry's Wonderland 3D, aka the Dragon Quest Monsters 1 remake, aka this fan translation, aka just a game where you grab a bunch of adorable monsters and hug them and have them in a lovely little farm. Let's continue! 10 hours already, wow. That was all just in my first gameplay session. This is actually just my second time starting it up. Okay, so today we have got a nice little team and we are going to try and start the arena to go up to, or was it rank F, I think we're almost on now. I've done a little bit of grinding off screen. I've probably put together a montage of that or something. I went crazy fusing everything together to try and see what we could get, and during that we ended up getting our new friend here, which is, oh, I haven't actually given him a new nickname. I need to go do that. And now back we go again. Found him. He's a rare monster that you can find during, I can't remember which gate it is, but in one of the gates you can find him randomly, like on top of this mountainish area. And it's like a boss level monster, but it's not a boss, and it's so hard to manage to scout it, but I managed to get it on a chance of 11.3 or something. It was awesome. So I've got him, and now his name is, I was looking through a list of names of angels, and I called him Urim, but then I realised because I have a bit of a list that kind of sounds like I could accidentally say urine, and yeah, so his name is Remiel now, which is a different angel on the list of angels, and he's been doing really good. He's been helping to train up all the other monsters, because I've been going out, I've been catching monsters, I've been training up to level 10, and I've been breeding them. I've been trying to find all the different combinations you can get with all the monsters you can get this early on in the game. And he's been the monster who hasn't been doing any breeding. He's just been sitting there, being cute, and being the dad to all the babies. So here's the monsters we have so far. We have Remiel, who is our totally unfused random boss monster we found. I'll probably have to start fusing him into other things soon, because he's going to run out of his usefulness as it is, sadly. And then we've got Healy the Heel Slime from the first mission, who was actually named Hale in the original version before the remake, and I like that name better, so here we go. He's turned into a whatever that is, that little elf thing. I just thought it looked kind of like heel slime, so I went with that one. And we have Abaddon, who is the random egg that I found, which hatched into a really good monster. It's already got like rank 8 plus already just from it hatched. It didn't hatch into this, it was a previous thing that I fused into this. This is one of my favourite monsters, actually. And then we got some random slimes just training up, because we're trying to go for the king slime thing where like, you fuse 4 slimes in the grandfather lineage or something to get a slime. I don't know if it still works in this one, but it worked in Joker 1, so I'm going to try it. And then we have Slampa, the ultimate powerful Gramps. He came from our first monster we got in the start of the game, who was an old slime named Slimer, who was a grandpa of another slime named Slide or something like that. But he's gone through several fusions in all different types of slimes, and he's come out to this really cool slime that I've seen, which I haven't seen in any other game. It's called the Slabbit, and it's just a really huge slime with legs, and that's just it. It doesn't even look like a rabbit, it's just got legs. Okay, so he has evolved into Slampa, and I'm going to see how awesome he is. It's probably his first battle, actually. Oh yeah, we've just finished F class, so we're going to be going on to E class. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. The E-Class bouts are about to begin. Bout. A new challenger has entered the arena! His name is Daniel. Let's all give him a warm welcome and a cold goodbye. Now get ready for the first match. Cuties! The cuties battle! No! These are like all of my cute monsters I had before. No! Chomgus, no! Why do you turn against me? Oh, I need to try and get those again. I've been trying to do like a fusion in the circle to see if you can do that. Like you can get back to the original monster but with better stats on it. I have yet to find a way to get Chomgus back into a Chomgus. I actually don't even remember what that monster's really called. It's just Chomgus to me. This is a weird thing about arena battles, they're entirely automated, so I have no control over this, so I may as well just blabber on. But you can use items, I think. Or can you not? Anyway, look how cute Abaddon is. Yeah, Remiel gets aggravated whenever anyone dies, whether it's an ally or an enemy. which is kind of really cute. That's what's made me headcanon him as having a kind, dadly personality. Like, he's this big, scary, evil, fallen angel who is like, ah, I care for no one, and then he ends up spending all day hugging little baby monsters. But he's very in denial about it. And you don't get anything from arena battles either, so it's all a bit awkward. I wonder what all the flags in the background actually mean. Like, are they the flags of the other countries in the game? Like, what even is the flag of this country in the game? Moving on then, the second match begins now! Versus generic NPC number 2! Oh my god, she's got a good team! Oh, I want that butterfly dragon so badly! That is awesome. The music's good at least. I love this team, it's just a one normal dragon and 2 very abnormal dragons. I wonder if they're like cuckoos, like this dragon just thinks that those are totally normal children, it has no idea it's been invaded by a slime and a butterfly. It loves its slightly misshapen kittens. Oh, Abaddon is so cute. I have such a weird sense of cuteness, okay? I love things with a big eye on them. If any monster that's just a big eye, that is instantly adorable. No matter how crunchy and scaly it is, and it's got all these little... If they have little tentacles, that makes it even cuter, honestly. He gets so sad by death. Poor guy. So yeah, I've been headcanning personalities for all of my monsters so far, and Remiel is the nice guy who likes to pretend he's not a nice guy. And then Abaddon, we don't know too much about them yet because we just got them from an egg, so I'm just like, at the moment I'm just headcanning a cute little baby personality on that one, even though it's a terrifying eye monster. Moving on then, let's start the third and final match! Here comes a Scout Tate! No idea who that is. Greetings, Daniel. You've done well this far. I have no idea who you are. I'm a Scout Tate. Do you think you can beat me? Probably. Were you one of the NPCs who was guarding the castle earlier on? Oh, the cute bugs! Oh, I need those. I need them. Look at how cute the little faces are, the little bug eyes, and they're so squiggly with the little legs. Oh. Wait, I just realised my mouse cursor is on screen. Actually, I don't know if it actually for Centipede. That's cute. Ah. I wish when you beat him in the arena they'd tell you how to make the monsters that they have. But yeah, Abaddon personality, adorable little baby. Remiel personality, adorable little dad, but he doesn't like people knowing he's all grumpiness. And then Hale in the middle is a mischievous, non-binary person of strangeness, and that's literally what they were like in the first quest, and that's all we know about them. Mysterious and strange, mysterious, mischievous heel slime, which didn't really act much like heel slimes do in every other game, which is why they were interesting and why I put them on my team and why I love them. Even if they're not a heel slime anymore. But it is so weird that this monster looks like a human version of a heel slime, but it's actually a completely different element and everything. Why is it blue if it's like tree element? Yeah. Don't have much to say, just waiting for the auto battle to stop. It's weird how arena battles are like less dramatic than the regular battles because you have no control over anything. Oh, that's probably something I should explain to you. There are some monsters which take up 2 spaces on the team. So as you can see, I've got 3 monsters instead of 4 monsters this time around. Remiel is one of those big monsters, and it's like they have like good powers and good skill sets and special abilities to make up for like the fact that you have to sacrifice a monster to put them in. So in Remiel's case, he has a small chance of sometimes doing moving twice in a turn. It's like it's totally random. It's like I don't get to choose the 2 attacks he makes, even if I was actually in control of him. The second attack is always automated, so it's random what he gets. It seems most often he seems to like, if you use fire breath, he uses cool breath. If you use cool breath, he uses fire breath. I don't know if that's like actually programmed to do that or if it's just random chance. So you don't get the little fanfare because you don't win anything from them. Congratulations on conquering the E-Class! A new hero is in the making! We get this fanfare at least. And that flag in the background is like a slime with a little logo on it. That looks cool. I want to know what all these countries are. It kind of looks like, what is it, the flag for Argentina? Hey, you did it! We've conquered the E-Class! The king has opened the calming gate and disorientation gate for you. His gates of even stronger monsters await you down. Let's try the next one. Because seriously, I've been grinding so much, I think I can just take this. And when I went and checked, it turns out the monster I like from the Dragon Quest Joker series, who is in this game, which is the entire reason I started playing this game, is because he's in this game and he hasn't been in the other games for a while, and he's been in this game and this game wasn't translated, and I got really annoyed about it, and now it's been translated by fans, and it's all great. I checked, and apparently you could only get him in the post-game in this game, so it'll be quite a while until we get to that. Oh my god, this grandpa is adorable! How can I fight adorable grandpa? No! It's a good thing it's automated, because otherwise I would not be able to battle that man. That is one of the cutest NPC models ever. He's like second only to like the one in Dragon Quest 9, which is like a similar looking grandpa with a fez, but he doesn't have a mustache. It's kind of like got like a red robe on instead. It was like the basis of the character Rab, who is in Dragon Quest 11 now. So I thought it was interesting that like promoting an NPC to a main character. So I'm excited to play that game eventually. Oh, but I have heard that you can actually make the recipe to make the grandpa I like from the Dragon Quest Joker games, so it's very complicated. It's awkward to say it without saying who it is, because it kind of spoils the final boss of the game. So when I get to the episode of doing that, I probably will say who it is, but then I'll be like, skip ahead here if you don't want spoilers, or whatever. But it's going to be quite a while away until we get him. But I have heard that you can do a recipe to get him earlier on in the game by mixing a load of monsters, but obviously you don't get the boss fight and all the dialogue and stuff for fighting, which is just what I am excited to see, because like, he's been out of a story for like a decade now, and it'd be exciting to see some more dialogue with him. Like, who knows, maybe he's changed over these years, or maybe he is just exactly— oh my fucking Jesus. I want that. How do I get that one? Oh god, stop zooming in on the camera. As I said, eyeballs with tentacles are adorable. That one is like super realistically detailed, so it's a little less adorable, but it is badass instead. Oh my god, it takes up 3 slots. I didn't even know there were monsters like that. I wonder if there's ones that take up the entire party by themselves. What's this one actually called? It's kind of hilarious. It's got a mischievous mole with it, which is like one of the weakest and most boring monsters ever. Because it's like, it's not only a low-level monster, but it's also one for really boring design with like no interesting traits whatsoever. Medusa! That's a really good name! I think this one might have been in Dragon Quest Builders 2, or a similar Medusa-type monster was. It's like a fight of like mother against son. Oh, I wonder if Abaddon could actually like evolve into this by fusing with certain monsters. I'll have to try that. Okay, that is your goal for the future, Abaddon. You'll become Gigantic Mom. Is that how they pronounce it in America, Mom? Oh wow, she's strong. I guess I couldn't really take this league too early. Oh my Jesus! I definitely need this monster now. I love the ridiculously scary things that this series can come out with sometimes. That's actually what this other monster is, the one from Dragon Quest Joker that I wanted. It was actually like one of the most terrifying monsters in the entire series, but because of the the circumstances of where it happens in the final boss, it's like actually a really tragic final boss. This poor guy he's got a really nice personality and all. So like that ended up making somehow you're not scared of this really scary monster, but also you are really scared of this really scary monster because you have to kill him, and it's so sad. But yeah, we'll get to that whenever we get to that. Oh, well, shut up, Bunny Granny! Eh. Okay, that was the result of my hubris. Now we shall leave and go check out the new Traveller's Gates. Let's go check around the town and see if anything new is unlocked. Oh yeah, wasn't there someone inside the well? I wonder if you can do anything about that yet. Yay! Free thing. Oh no, I remember this now. You must be an excellent scout to have achieved all of this. We're actually doing research on how to bring monsters back to life. I really need that for Dragon Quest Monsters Joker. Maybe that's actually how you find him in this game. I need a monster that can use Bang to continue the experiment. It's become absolutely necessary. How about you have a monster with Bang? I don't actually know. I'll give you my granny! No! Like, I love grandmas, but I won't take her from you. That's why I'm finding sure I can be cold-hearted sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, I actually don't know, maybe I have one back at the farm. I haven't really been checking on what everyone's skills are. No, I think it must have been the previous ones I saw Bang on. So I've already fused it away and that kind of sucks. Whoops. Oh, look at all my cute monsters. Look at them. Look at them. Observe them with your eyes. Owlbear is slightly terrifying. Someday I shall have Grandpa in this field. I shall revive him with the power of my heart. Shall make the happy ending to that game that we never actually got. Oh no way! So this is a random event where you can sometimes get an egg, but sometimes you don't. No. R.I.P. Let's check out the new gates and try and get some more fusion materials. Doodly doodly doo. Focus system. Focus system! Oh, that's good. I need one of you to do the very long recipe for Grandpa. I've been trying to figure it out through Japanese guides and like Google Translate, and oh my god, it's really annoying. I'm probably going to put up on a screen like my incredibly bad attempts to figure out the recipe for this guy. So that may not actually be accurate at all, but it was one hell of an experience looking for it. I'm going to be trying to grab some of the things that I know are on that recipe, and then hopefully through like trial and error we can figure out the rest of them. Abaddon is a huge beast right now, because it's like several thousand bazillion fusion levels above everyone else. It was just born that way, and that's ridiculous. All the other monsters I've been like training them up and fusing them, like I've done them like 6 times off screen, and then this monster comes in which is just like equally as strong as them, and potentially even more. But the thing is with the monsters you get in eggs, they don't come with any inherited skills on them. So like you can't really tell what they were fused with to get the high fusion level. They don't have any inherited skills with it, so you have to fuse them a few more times before they're useful. That's why I fused it from what it used to be. Do I have any monster bait? Yes. Give. Need. You will someday become Grandpa. It is your destiny! Embrace it! Embrace Grandpa also! Nah. Grandpa. Huh. It's funny how the music starts boring into your brain even though it's only been like a couple of hours. Come on! Scouting is so difficult in this game. It's really weird because the odds go up to like almost 100% if you're like 1 level above the recommended level for this area, which is ridiculous. Like, but if you're at the level or below the level, it is incredibly impossible to scout anything ever. It's quite an imbalanced difficulty curve. The only way to fix it is to buy the really expensive monster food items. It's like you have to grind the whole bloody level to get enough to buy one of them. And then, as you see, it took me 3 of them to get it to actually to do it. It's ridiculous. I wonder if it was this bad on the original one, they just like didn't fix it for the remake. Yeah, you're already fusion level, don't worry. Oh, Chariot Chappie, I remember that from Dragon Quest IX. And I somehow walked straight past it. I can actually see its face in this one. I didn't know there was a weird little egg-shaped guy on top. The graphics on the DS were really blurry. It's like you never noticed at the time. You always thought, like, in every generation you always think, oh, this is the highest quality video games will ever be. And then something else comes along and it's like, I didn't even conceive of this. And like, it never looked so bad at the time. It's like, only looking back at it you can see, oh, here's all the flaws I completely missed because I was like so taken with how wonderful the gameplay was. It's a shame. I always hate it when like, my experience of playing an old game is ruined by like something I've learned in the years afterwards. Because like, I just want to recapture the same feeling I had the first time, you know? Nostalgia is good. It's just a shame that things often aren't as good as they were in your nostalgia memories. I suppose they were good for the time, it's just, yeah. Things don't always stay good because the definition of good doesn't always stay the same. It's quite hard to like remember to put your brain back into the perspective of like it was good for the time, this is what it was seen at the time, here's a reference of like what the other most graphically impressive things were at the time and all that. Like, for example, Dragon Quest Monsters Joker was incredibly graphically impressive for the time, but the first time I played it was like this year, so I didn't really get that perspective until I like looked at when it actually came out and was like, oh yeah, wow, this came out like around the same time as Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and it was in full 3D. I guess that's probably why the game had so few NPCs in it though, because like they only had space for a few 3D models, and they spent it all entirely on the monsters. There's like 200 monsters and there's like 3 people. It's just, they know what their priorities are. There's a lot of chappies. I always wonder what this one's name is in Japanese, because chappie is such a British word. It's sort of like a pun on like chap and cabbie, which is kind of cute. But very, very British. It's very strange, because these games were localized in America. I don't know why they just throw random British words in. Yep, still need to level my slimes up. Apparently you need a lot of slimes for making the mysterious, as yet unnamed grandpa of which I'm searching. But you don't need regular slimes, you need a lot of metal slimes. I have no idea how to get metal slimes in this game, because like, isn't it just completely random when you find one? I didn't even know you could scout them actually, I thought you just had to like defeat them to get experience like in every other game. Grinding levels. Grinding, trying to recruit that little weird dancing man with a hat. Wait, is that a hat or those horns actually on his head? I thought it was a cabbie hat for a second. It's just got very strange hair. Is that hair made of sellotape? I can't believe the monster is just a dancing fat man. Like, you would assume that he was human if he didn't have the legs. There are a lot of monsters that look even more human, like Captain Crow from, again, going back to Dragon Quest Monsters Joker, it's the only one in the series I've played before this. In that one, there's Captain Crow who just looks like a human pirate. And, like, I have no idea how he counts as a monster, he's got magic monster powers. Somehow he can levitate, he's just a guy, though. Hell yeah! Finally we managed to max out the Slimer skill. Which means, I think you can inherit like a higher level version when you next fuse forward. You should probably try and go for champion next, because that's another slime exclusive skill. I think you get that from fusing 2 slimes together. And then whatever you get is they get the champion skill and they can pass it on. I think it was called the hero skill in Japanese, and then it's got skills that usually the hero can get in games where the hero fights rather than ones where you have monsters. It's quite interesting actually. It's an interesting idea. Give me little dancing man. Need to fuse this middle-aged dude over middle-aged dudes to get monsters somehow. Oh, that's cool. So the skill you get from maxing out the slime skill is a passive ability which lets you return a bit of health every turn. That is good because Slampire is mostly a healer of other people, so that could be a good support to mean he isn't wasting his MP on himself. Because man, he loses MP fast. He doesn't have very much in this form. I guess I can't actually remember what it was called, but I'm calling it Slampire. The Slampire form, I guess it's more like an attack-based slime, so it loses all the MP they had in previous forms. Which kind of means that the abilities I had him inherited over were a bit useless, but yeah. Maybe whatever I can fuse him into next will be better for that. Maybe I can manage to fuse him into the tree that we need to make the mysterious character of the name of which I will not say. Who is technically also a grandpa. So Grandpa Inheritance. I wonder if I have to do Grandpa Fusion, because it's Grandpa Fusion where if you fuse monsters where each monster they have like the DNA and the parents who did them for. So like sometimes like say if you get a slime and a whatever else and you fuse those together, then you usually get one result. But if you get a slime whose parents were also 2 slimes and then you fuse them, you'll get a different result. So if you do that, you get 2 monsters who were also made from 2 monsters, then it's called Grandfather Fusion. And you get a completely new monster from inheriting the grandpas, which is interesting. And that's how you get King Slime in Dragon Quest Joker, and that's what I've been trying to explain for like the last few hours. That's why I'm training up a whole bunch of slimes. I need like 8 slimes. I need to fuse all the slimes together, and then I need to fuse those slimes together, and blah, blah, blah. That's all you can do when grinding, isn't it? All you can do is sing along. So tempting. It's impossible not to sing along. Ooh, actually get a change of music in this one where it hits night time. That's good, because muddy hands are cute. The model isn't as cute as they are in Dragon Quest Builders 2, but in that I always feel so bad having to fight them, because like, they're one of the monsters, like, in Dragon Quest Builders 2, I feel so bad fighting the monsters, because there's loads of ones that just don't attack you at all, but you still have to attack them, and the muddy hands are that in there. They don't attack you at all, they don't attack unless they're attacked first, they just, like, they randomly hang out in like, bogs and, like, muddy water and stuff, and it's so cute. There's like a bunch of them in the bottom of the bog all waving around like they're seaweed or something. Then you just gotta wade in and murder them all. Because they're physically necessary to advance the plot. There's a point where you have to get grass seeds to be able to do something to terraform an area, and they're the only monster that drop them. But they're one of the only monsters in the area that doesn't attack, and it makes me feel so sad. So I've been trying to like make an area in there where like, it'd be like a muddy hand farm. I just like put all the area that muddy hands like and see if they appear, and then I'll never attack them ever again, and they'll just be happy. It is kind of funny to have all this mysterious, terrifying music and then it's just tiny, tiny little hands. Adorable little hands. They don't really deserve that sort of hate. But it's cute how in games like I say, they don't even come out of the mud, they just float along on whatever you're on. I wonder if they even do that if you're having a battle with them indoors, they just like come out the concrete. It'd be kind of a cool superpower actually, to swim through anything as if it's water. Wait, isn't there a manga about that? They seem to actually have little claws in this version. It's hard to see, but like when they attack it seems like little muddy claws pop out. It's kind of interesting. I like the animations in this game a lot, they're really fluid and interesting. I know it's not like claws, it's like little mud blobs that stick off. I'll try and catch them so I can see the animations up close. Wish it was like the character viewer, like having Yokai Watch, where you can like just have the monsters, you can rotate them around, you can see all the different animations. Yay! Mud blob! They have done no wrong! There you go. Little bab. I will give you defense so that no one will ever hurt you again.